we are Team Aloha, and we are really excited to present to you today our findings. So we chose to actually use this opportunity to dig deeper in our challenge here on our campus that people have problems sorting their waste properly. And we want to identify what actually raises that we find sorting waste important. So our business success is, do people find it important to sort waste?
So as Kiara alluded to, we partnered with the Circular Club here on Holt's campus to help them with their challenge to understand better why Holt students do or do not sort their waste. So again, that was our business success. So we asked a variety of questions to make sure that we somehow measured this. And we asked 7 questions. We dropped the first question from our analysis because it was an identification number for the respondent. And then we did a variety of different analyses to capture what makes it important for someone to sort their waste.
And we ran an AFB model that actually identified the following tokens like money, Starbucks cup, parents taught, pictures and colors as tokens that identify business success. And we ask ourselves, why? So we question those further by running an LDA on question 2, which actually was talking about incentives that create that people find it important to sort waste. And here we can see that it's about monetary benefit, but also coupons that incentivize people to sort their waste. And then further, we actually looked at why is there like Starbucks cup, an identifier. This is because it's the most frequent item thrown away on campus, and then also parents taught. So we looked at the question 4, which is, where did you get your knowledge from? And it identified actually 2 topics, which is really interesting. So one topic was learned, parents, educated. So apparently it found that parents are a major factor where you get your knowledge from, but then also there is school, primary, and environment. So apparently there's people that are taught while they are in school, and or they increase the environmental interest, and that is why they start to sort waste. We further explored question 5, which was about what is your nationality and where did you spend the majority of your upbringing? And it was really interesting to see that it's not only nationality, but also the majority of your upbringing that you spend in a certain country that identifies your knowledge on how to sort waste. And then we also ran a bigram on question number 6, which deals with how do you actually identify where to throw your waste. And as you can see here, it actually put together paper and brown, but also organic and green, or green and paper. So we can already see here that combining colors and item is a difficult issue and is not done properly. Because like organic is green, brown would not be the organic stuff, and blue actually is where all the recycling waste should go in.
So in addition to our Insights tab, we also made a drill down tab and an overview tab. So if we hover over to the drill down, we can see that you can select any question that you're interested in, and you can run all the analyses on that question. Also, if you go to the overview, this is where we combine the responses for every question to see what were some of the common things that were talked about across the board amongst all of our respondents. And we again ran all the analyses on the accumulation of all the questions. So in terms of our limitations, we did use NLP techniques to gather our information, and we recognized that some people talked differently or at different volumes, and this could skew the data that we collected. We also believe that we could have improved the amount of observations we had. Although we collected 36 observations, we would have liked to have collected at least 60. And the order of our questions, we asked one demographic question in the middle of our survey, and we wish we would have placed that demographic question at the beginning or at the end. For further research, like Kiara mentioned, incentives was an important finding. We'd like to see how monetary incentives or coupons or discounts would have influenced customer behavior, or I guess in this scenario, Holt behavior in sorting their waste. Also, we would like to look at tracking upbringing versus nationality. It was really interesting to us that some people were like, I am German, whereas some people would say, well, I was born here, but I was raised here. We'd like to know, how does that influence how they learned about sorting their waste? And then lastly, leveraging colors and pictures. So again, from our naive Bayes model, we saw that if people spoke about colors or pictures in regards to sorting their waste, they were more likely to predict, or more probable to predict success in our business success. So we'd like to know, how do these colors and pictures influence behavior? And we would recommend that Holt even include that in part of their orientation, that they briefly teach students coming into Holt that this picture is for organic, this color is for recycling, and again, looking more into how color and pictures influence how people behave here in sorting their waste. With that, we thank you and we welcome any further questions.